Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS News for the 4th of November 2023. I hope you all enjoyed that, my most recent tutorial video in my Viggen series, all about the radar, the PS37/A. Next time we'll dive into the navigational systems of the Viggen, and that will be the opportunity to see how you do position fixes using the radar, which is one of the rare times you'll actually use that radar stick. So yes, tune in next week for that one. Welcome to the stream, Colin Kelly, Orleans Junkie, Eagle Wings, Sim Taylor, Only Napalm, Tech Gaming 45, Sandbox Code, Griff Nizzle, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Pink Floyd, and Paul Dillon, and John Bluer. Welcome to the stream, all of you, and I'm sure many more to come. So yeah, it's the DCS news. There's probably not really anything to talk about this week, sadly, because nothing really happened. Wait a minute. News just in. Heatblur have started their their pre-order for the F4E Phantom. I guess we could probably talk about that. Maybe that's something worth talking about. Apart from that, not a huge amount, but that's, of course, in itself, absolutely massive news. Very, very exciting stuff. So, yeah, we'll be touching on that in just a moment. And of course, as always, I will read out the Eagle Dynamics newsletter, which of course mostly talks about the Phantom. Welcome to the stream, Mark S. Sim Taylor, what rock you been under? Sandbox Code, you had me for a moment there. Oh yes, it's been a very quiet week. Basically nothing has happened. Sean I'm 81, Viggen radar easy to use, but you need magic to interpret. That's true. Actually, the altitude that I was flying at during that demonstration is not really ideal. I should have flown a little bit higher to get a better angle on the terrain. But, you know, if you muck around with the altitude you fly at and your elevation settings and your marker gain, I think you'll be able to tease out some details from the ground. So it is actually pretty cool. Only Napalm. Finally, something about F4U Corsair too. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I'll need to go and check and see where the F4U news is. Isaid, hello from Canada. Prime mistake. Oh, well, okay. Justin Trudeau still pooping the bed with his incompetence. Okay, I have no idea about Canadian politics, so I couldn't possibly comment. Terribly sorry. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Let's get started, as we always do, with the newsletter. And again, I've forgotten to choose the correct browser window to display. There we go. That's us. We now have it up. Dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, the legendary DCS F4E Phantom 2 by Heatblur Simulations is now available for pre-order. You don't say. Recognised as one of the most versatile and potent fighter jets of its time, the F4 Phantom holds a special place in the hearts of fighter pilots and enthusiasts worldwide. The F4 was an integral part of the US Air Force and US Navy in the Vietnam War, which is 1955 until 1975. It was 20 years. That's crazy. And the Arab-Israeli conflicts, 1967, 1973, and beyond. The Iran-Iraq War, 1980 until 1988. I had no idea that lasted so long. As well as the Cold War. Yep, that one lasted a while, 1947 until 1991, where many NATO countries, including Germany, Greece, Turkey, and the United Kingdom, were proud operators of this marvellous aircraft. Note that in the case of the Cold War, the Phantom, of course, was not active during that entire period. Same for the Vietnam War. Our F4E Phantom represents the culmination of years of hard work and research. I wish I could do it the same way that the Jester voiceover guy does. He has a much better voice for this. Whenever you see something from Heatblur Simulations, imagine it in Jester's voice. Our legendary F4 Phantom. No, I can't do it. Anyway, to recreate this legendary aircraft in the highest detail and fidelity possible, DCS F4E brings this Cold War legend to the skies of DCS. So strap in and prepare for a wild ride. Yes, indeed. Griff Nizzle, Mag 3 teased something soon, trademark. Oh, okay. I'll need to go and take a look at that. Storm Kimbari, good evening, folks. Welcome to the stream. To secure your pre-order and be amongst the first to take to the virtual skies in this majestic machine, visit our website and take advantage of the 25% off during pre-purchase. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of aviation history. Thank you for your passion and support. So, chat, how many people have, in fact, pre-ordered thus so far? Let me know in the chat. That would be an interesting question, I imagine. Quick sip of water. F4E Phantom 2, this is going to be the bulk of the newsletter. Pre-purchase now. Well, we could read through all of this just now. However, first, let's go straight to Heatblur's absolutely fantastic trailer. Sadly, because it's chock-a-block of music, I cannot use any of the audio. But we can watch this together, and I'm sure all of you have seen it quite a bit already. Look at all those jiggly bits. We like a plane with jiggly bits, don't we? And jiggly tail. Yeah, I feel like this is something that Razbam really brought to us with the F-15E Strike Eagle. I don't recall an aircraft having a jiggly tail before the Strike Eagle. So really nice detail. I do like, the way that all these parts move. I guess most likely under hard maneuvering or full afterburner. Pink Floyd still not on Steam. So sad. Tech Gaming 45 doing it on Payday. Fighter Jets HQ, not my thing. Oh yeah, oh well. Sim Taylor, no, you already spoke. Tea Kettle Barbecue, did it immediately. Ernest Phantom, Sim Taylor, Shake, Rattle and Roll. Sean Am81, I got it from Heatblur. They need bigger t-shirts. Yes, indeed. Well, I guess they're mostly European. So, maybe not stocking American sizes. Colin Kelly, already purchased with t-shirt. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the... I'm not going to do the whole thing. Anyway, you'll have to imagine the music. Fighter Jets HQ, you tried the cram? The cram? What does that mean? 49 Lone 82, hello from Louisiana. Sandbox Code, still debating if I will get the Phantom. It depends on how easy it is for Jester to drop bombs for me. Oh yes, yeah, exactly. There's no CCRP. That's very true. C-RAM. Oh, the C-RAM. Yes, thank you. I thought you said cram. Okay, right. Yes, the C-RAM. That's going to be exciting. I have not tried the C-RAM yet. I absolutely should, especially like in an evening or nighttime conditions. The tracers must look amazing. Is it just me, or are the pilot in Rio more dynamic under maneuvering, or more so than I've seen before? They seem to kind of move around a bit more. Although, to be fair, we did see a bit of this with the Gazelle. In particular, your weapons officer kind of changing grab handle depending on what maneuvers you're pulling. Pink Floyd, not a huge Phantom fan, but the fancy flight sim tech in this thing looks irresistible. Nice. Yeah, I agree. And like some of these overwing vapors, you're seeing the vapor traveling in between the slat and the body of the wing, or the leading edge of the wing. I don't know if we've seen that before either. I feel like we're seeing a bunch of new technologies with this aircraft. It's kind of cool. 49 Lone 82, thanks for all your tutorials. They've helped me greatly through the years. I'm very happy. That's kind of the main reason why I do them, is because I rather enjoy kind of trying to digest the information in the manual and the Chuck's guides and then bring it to you in a visual form that's perhaps a little bit easier to digest. Ernest, when do you think this new module is out for the public? Well, in the video they confirm that it's coming winter 2023. So my guess would be Christmas. I can't imagine it's going to drop very soon. But yeah, we may be getting a very, very nice Christmas present here. Just look at this thing. Amazingly detailed. And as I said, this vapor, the vapor is coming from so many different parts of the airframe. They've modeled that really, really nicely. I don't know if this is a new feature of DCS 2.9 or just the result of very, very nice modeling of the airframe on Heatblur's part. F4 looks like a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. True. Griff Nizzle, as absolutely jazzed as I am for the Rhino to finally be near, I'm more than a little worried about the FPS and VR with all this new hotness. Heatblur have shown that they're quite good at optimizing these things. Like the F14 absolutely pushed the boat out when it came to detail when it was released, and they've made it work rather well. John Wicks, Winter 23/24. That's more than one winter. That's more than one season. John Bloor, what's interesting is ED likes to space out releases, but the KW team recently stated they're aiming for a 23 release. So either that slips or we might be getting a double. Okay. When you say KW, you mean Kiowa Warrior. Is the Kiowa Warrior slated for 2023? That would be absolutely stunning if that's the case. I really want to get my hands on the Kiowa. Just look at this. Just look at this incredible fidelity in the cockpit here. I have to say, I've never been a huge fan of the Phantom. You know, I was an air cadet back in the day. Oh, this is a really nice new technology they're bringing as well. The ability to customize your pilot. Choose what gloves you want, what flight suit, which helmet. It's kind of amazing. So yeah, as I was saying, when I was an air cadet, everybody was going crazy for the F4 Phantom. You know, it was like one of their favorite RAF aircraft. And for me, it never was. I was always way more into the Jaguar, the Tornado, of course, eventually the Typhoon. So yeah. I wasn't historically a big fan of the F4, but it's Heatblur. You know how well it's going to be modelled. I've really been enjoying flying the A4 more recently, the community mod for that. And this is the same kind of era, the same kind of technology, but it's it's the top of the line aircraft from that time. And it's just an absolute beast. It's so fast, it's so maneuverable, and it's such an impressive Cold War era aircraft, I would say. Kiowa, oh yes. Fighter Jets HQ. I tried the Apache data link. It's must to learn, considering you can send waypoint targets, hazards, and know what fuel, ammo, rocket, and missiles your wingman has. Yeah, very much agree. Oh, L, welcome to the stream. Sandbox Code, yeah, I want that Typhoon so bad. And that's the thing, the Typhoon is coming from Heatblur as well, so we know how good it's going to be. And it's, the level of detail they're going into here, they're talking about simulating wear and tear on individual lamps and actuators. It's just, thank you so much. And all the work they've put into RWR simulation that they're contributing back to ED. We shouldn't forget this fantastic work that they've put in and basically gifted to every other module maker. Also, what's this? Let me just bring it back a little. What's this little door here? I actually just noticed that now. This door with the red interior. Is that some kind of? I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. If any of you know what that is, let me know. I just noticed that door. I like that jiggly image on the TGP as well. That looks very convincing. Fire and Faro, evening. 49 Lone 82. When will we ever get some FF Soviet aircraft? Sadly, probably never. We are getting the MiG-23 MLU. ED have been threatening to bring us an early MiG-29 for a long time, but it's been on and off at various times. I guess mostly due to the legal framework in Russia. I would be surprised, honestly, if we really see anything particularly modern of Russian origin in the sim. It's it's too risky for them. But yes, MiG-23 is coming, and MiG-29 maybe would be my thing. Sandbox Code, good call out. No idea what that door is. Supplemental bleed air, says Sim Taylor. Fantastic. Well, there you go. Because I saw it kind of actuating open and closed a little bit. So I was guessing it was something that regulates, a source of air in some way. John Bloor, there's a chap called Red Cod who's working on making the Su-27 fully clickable, somewhere between FC3 and FF. Yeah, of course, community mods will always be available for these kinds of things, but I think when it comes to a commercial module, and definitely something made by Eagle Dynamics, I would be surprised. I don't think we're going to see anything. Maybe Heatblur can donate the jiggly physics code to the A10 compass when firing the cow. Yes. 49 Lone 82, the A6 Intruder is going to be awesome, especially since it's by Heatblur. Strong agree, yes. Griff Nizzle, issue 17/22 by Octopussy, still coming. Yes, that's also my understanding, but they're at a fairly early stage, I think. They've not even finished modelling yet, the last I saw. So here you go. Here is the video from Heatblur. Absolutely watch this. This is their trailer for the pre-orders. They go into a lot of detail about what they're going to deliver. And actually, when we jump back to the newsletter, I will read out all of that detail as well, telling you exactly what to expect. Sim Taylor, oh yeah, got to get me an Intruder when it comes out. Yes. Yeah, same era as the Phantom. It really is going to be cool. Once we've got the naval Phantoms, which are coming much, much later, and the Intruder, and the F-14, that really kind of rounds out that era's US Navy airframes. It's going to be pretty cool. Oh, and of course, the Japanese Self-Defense Force flew the F-4. So you can role play as a Japanese fighter pilot with this as well. So anyway, I won't play any more of this. It's an absolutely fantastic video. Jump onto, actually, which channel is this one on? Jump onto Heatblur's YouTube channel to see all of that. You hear the dulcet tones of Jester describe exactly what you can expect once the F4 lands. So on with the newsletter. The F4 Phantom II is an American two-seat, twin-engined, all-weather, long-range, supersonic jet interceptor and fighter bomber, originally developed by McDonnell Aircraft in the United States Navy. For the United States Navy. Wow, I should learn how to read. After entering service with the Navy in 1961, it became adopted by the United States Marine Corps and United States Air Force. Due to its high adaptability, versatility, and for its time unparalleled capabilities, it was also bloody fast, it quickly turned into the main workhorse for all three branches, and spread beyond the borders of the United States, going on to serve and protect 12 nations across the world, including the United Kingdom. With Phantoms still in operation today, its production ran from 1958 until 1981, and with nigh on 5,200 Phantoms built, it became the most produced supersonic US military aircraft in the history, solidifying its place as one of the most recognizable and well-known aircraft of the Cold War era. I think there are more F-16s built, but that's, of course, later. John Bluer, what's interesting with the F4 and Mirage F1 is they both could be used for Red 4 at least. Yes, that's a good one actually. You know, I wouldn't wait for anything Russian or Soviet. I would start applying the Mirages and Phantoms to your Red 4 needs. Griff Nizzle, chances they can hire Willem Dafoe to voice Jester this time. That would be amazing, absolutely amazing. It's talking. Fighter Jets HQ, I wonder if the F-15 SE data link pairs with the A-10, since both can use Jehikmas. No, it does not. The F-15's data link is a variant of Link 16, whereas the A-10 uses Saddle. Those systems are not compatible. However, it may be possible to share information via a gateway, which could be installed like on an AWACS aircraft or something. Sim Taylor, one thing I'm wondering is if they'll fix the models for ships. They need a lot of rework. They have been updating some of them, but yes, most of them do need some work. Naval warfare leaves something to be desired. Yep, true. Sandbox Code, I'm actually interested in role-playing as a Japanese Air Force pilot, so intrigued by the Phantom for that, honestly. Yes, that's going to be one of the great things about it, as it opens up Japan for us to play around with. One day, ED will release a patch that doesn't need a patch to patch the patch that patched the original patch, says 49 Lone 82. Yeah, true. L, look at the loadouts in that photo, though. 4 GBUs and 4 Sidewinders on the same pylon. These double-stacked pylons the F4 has are pretty cool. John Bluer, you know I'm something of an AI myself. Immediately ejects. Brilliant. It truly was an iconic and fabulous, with a PH, aircraft that enjoyed unrivaled power and capabilities at the time. It instilled a sense of wonder with unmatched character and left its pilots with a deep sense of respect and love. Who wrote this? Both an interceptor and potent air-to-air fighter, it proved its multi-role capabilities as a highly effective air-to-ground workhorse, which packed a serious punch. This unprecedented mission agility and reliability is reflected in the type's operational lifetime, which spanned well over 6 decades, continuing even today. That's a question for chat. Who still operates the F4? I know Germany did until fairly recently, but I'm pretty sure theirs are gone now. Some of the important features of the aircraft are the two General Electric J79 turbofan engines. You're not going anywhere without those, which generated an impressive dry thrust of 23,810 pounds and max afterburner thrust of 35,690 pounds. A crew of two, the powerful AN/APQ-120 radar, the digital scan converter group, the weapons release computer, the aircraft weapons release unit, and an altitude reference and bombing computer set. The DSCG version of the F4E also comes with an AN/AVQ-23 pave spike targeting pod, allowing for precision strikes and the self-employment of laser-guided ammunition. Additionally, the F4E can carry the AGM-65 Maverick, a wide array of iron bombs, as well as TV and laser-guided bombs, plus the capability to carry out Wild Weasel tasks in a limited capacity with the AGM-45 Shrike. Alright. Ankilo55, hello, I'm thinking about buying the F4. Is it good in air-to-air and air-to-ground too? Yes, would be the short answer to that one. For the period, it's just about one of the best aircraft for air-to-air. It was an interceptor and a fighter. In the air-to-ground role, it's not doing anything particularly advanced. However, in that era, most aircraft are much of a muchness. It's very capable in air-to-ground as well. Do we know what year the Phantom model is? Mid-70s, 80s? I don't know. Griffnizzle, Iranian Air Force, Turkey and Greece. Probably just Turkey. Japan until recently as well. South Korea. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Very exciting. Unlike previous Phantom variants, the E comes equipped with an integrated M61 Vulcan cannon. Yeah, this was one of the things they learned from Vietnam, wasn't it? That can be used both in an air-to-air an air-to-ground and an air-to-air role. It has an optical sight that allows for lead computing optical sighting, LCOS, in air-to-air, as well as the ability to carry additional Vulcan cannon pods. It benefits from the ALR-46 radar warning receiver, the AN/ALE-40 countermeasures suite, the AN/ALQ-131 ECM pod, KY-28 encryption equipment, that employs a range of early to modern era AIM-9 Sidewinder and AIM-7 Sparrow missiles for aerial combat that can also be used through additional specialized caged and computer automated acquisition modes. Heatblur Simulations F4E Phantom 2 aims to simulate this iconic aircraft as a high-fidelity module for DCS, being the culmination of several years of research, coding, and modelling. Special points to highlight are the extensive use of laser scanning and photogrammetry from real Phantoms at various museums, the detailed external flight model developed over the past several years and verified by F4 pilots and WISOs, the detailed modelling of the AN/APQ-120 radar, the various complex onboard systems, and the ability to fly as a two-crew aircraft in multiplayer, in addition to the proprietary Jester AI assisting you as your AI WISO in single player. And here we go, on to the features, one of the very important parts. Also for early era, would that include the 2 and E4 Sparrows? I don't know, maybe we're going to find out during the course of this. Sparrows are pretty capable for short range, but don't expect much for long range. Yeah, well, the Sparrow's not got massive range. It's kind of a medium range missile. Griffnizzle, it's a friggin' bomb truck. Yes, indeed it is. So, key features of the Heatblur simulations DCS F4E Phantom 2 include the simulation of both the DSCG and DMAS equipped E variants, the DMAS version following later during early access period. I don't even know what DMAS means. I'm going to assume it's some kind of digital upgrade. See here. F4 DMAS. I'll see. No, not seeing anything. Okay, let's jump back for now. Highly detailed external model that's built using laser scanning and photogrammetry taken of real F4 Phantoms across the globe. New weapon models for some of the F4 Phantom payloads, such as the AGM-45 Shrike, the AGM-12 Bullpup, the AGM-62 Walleye, and AN-AVQ-23 Pave Spike Targeting Pod. Highly detailed and accurate 6 degrees of freedom cockpit that's also built using photogrammetry from the F4 Phantoms preserved at museums, including heat blur forge elements to be added later during early access. This is really cool. I really like Forge and what they've done with that. Highly detailed and accurate pilot and Wizzo models that will eventually match the many liveries of different nations. Later, during early access, a full character customization system will allow you to customize your pilot and pick and match various equipment to stylize your crew. External flight model based on actual performance data. Accurate aircraft system simulation, including the automatic flight control system, a detailed electrical system that accurately simulates sources, current, and consumption. It includes realistic circuits and power draw for every connected device. Detailed hydraulic system that simulates the flow of hydraulic fluid. This ultimately moves the hydraulics, which in turn move the various flight surfaces. Detailed and accurate oil and fuel system. Mass-based physics system, allowing for unprecedented simulation of moving surfaces with realistic behavior according to their mass and properties. Nice. Oh, and Kilo 55, Greece, Iran, Turkey, and South Korea are the current users. Nice. Ooh, okay. Fully functional multi-crew that allows a 2-seat functionality in multiplayer. This allows a player as pilot to team up with another player as the weapons system officer. Jester AI 2.0. Heat Blur's new and improved lifelike AI that fills the role of the Wizzo when flying in single player or multiplayer without a human Wizzo. Jester AI 2.0 expands functionality, dialogue options, and more. A simulated crew chief for a more immersive and complete startup procedure. Wait a minute, I didn't actually know this. That's a new one. That's really, really cool. So will we actually speak to the crew chief, I wonder? Later, during early access, a brand new walk-around mode allows you to do pre-flight checks on your aircraft. How long ago was it that me and dotChuckles asked for exactly this? Yeah, we desperately wanted some kind of walk-around capability. Very, very nice. A new versatile set of UI features that allows for live in-cockpit viewing of the manual and the ability to interact with various settings and options pertaining to your mission and flight. This feature will be continually expanded during early access. Introducing Heat Blur interactive tooltips that provide the ability to click on a switch and be directly taken to the relevant manual part without ever leaving your cockpit. New and improved effects like advanced overwing vapors. Okay, right, so this is a new feature. Okay, new procedural animation systems and more. Detailed and highly accurate simulation of the AN/APQ-120 radar and ALR-46 RWR. They have in fact completely created their own EW simulation for this, which they're donating to DCS, which is super cool. A detailed simulation of the AN/AVQ-23 Pave Spike Targeting Pod that allows the Wizzo to guide laser-guided munitions dropped by the pilot or other aircraft. A comprehensive digital manual, both as PDF and as continually updated online manual. It is directly accessible from within the cockpit at any time via interactive tooltips and or the EBAG. Right, what's that? Electronic bag? Okay. I guess that's like a electronic flight bag or something. A complete set of interactive voiced tutorials, a comprehensive set of missions and campaigns to be gradually released during early access and beyond. Note, some features may not be available immediately. The later F4E DMAS-equipped variant, including PaveTac and Tizio, will follow during early access period, and the tutorials and campaigns will be implemented and expanded as well. Please remember you can save 25% whilst pre-purchasing the DCS F4E Phantom 2. This discount will not be available once the module is released to early access. Thank you again for your passion and support. Exciting. Very, very nice. Redcoat, welcome to the stream. Sim Taylor, all the ground extras that are coming to the Phantom, well, would be nice for other aircraft as well. Yep, I agree. Like, hopefully the F4 becomes the standard for other aircraft. And I know that Heatblur have repeatedly been talking about the fact that they're trying to make these features in a kind of common code base for the F-14 and the Viggen, which means that at least some of these features might end up getting backported to those modules as well, which I think will be great. The manual thing. Yeah, actually, I was almost most impressed with the manual and the hotkey for clicking on parts of the cockpit and taking you straight to the correct manual area. I think it's going to be great for learning. Sean I'm81, early F4 blocks would only have PAVE spike pod that only had TV camera. The later blocks DMAS would have the PAVE track pod that had the infrared camera. Pink Floyd, the crew chief will have the voice of Nick Gray and constantly berate us for flying his aircraft so poorly. Yes, and he's probably going to be talking about, I don't know, whenever I hear Nick Gray, I always think he sounds like a priest, for some reason. We thank you for your faith. Oh man, yeah, I can't get over the way he talks. I always find him kind of amusing. Griff Nizzle, I hope Reflected puts out a campaign for this, either a red flag on NTTR or a Vietnam-like Paradise Lost for the Huey. Nice. Very, very nice. So yes, that's everything that was in the newsletter. Basically, just all F4 all the time. But you know, honestly, what more do you need this week? F4 is massive, absolutely massive. And actually, we're getting some screenshots. No, not really. Sadly, that's sad. Can we actually get any screenshots here at all? Nah. Screenshots. Here we go. Do we have F4 screenshots? We do not. Although we have this beautiful shot of the B-1B that I didn't notice before. Very, very nice. Are we getting some F-14 updates with this release also? I don't think we're getting them with the release necessarily, but Heatblur have said from the start that they're trying to create a common code base with the development of the F4, which suggests to me that many features will eventually get backported. So some of these features may find their way into the Viggen and the F-14. John Bloor, every time you go to take off, he tells you how much he appreciates your passion and support while sounding like a John Lewis Christmas advert. Yes, yeah, I guess, yeah. He's either a John Lewis Christmas advert or he's a priest. I don't know which. Got nice new Cola map pics, says Pink Floyd. Oh my, we do. Let's see. Are they here? You'll need to point me in the right direction. I didn't see anything at all. Let's quickly check Stormbirds. Oh, wow, okay, right. This was actually after I did my prep. Stormbirds did actually bring out a new article all about Magnitude 3's annual update focus on the F4U. So let's quickly bring this up. We've got a new update for Magnitude 3. You may still remember them as Leatherneck simulations. This is actually where some of the people who made the Viggen started out. And this one is almost entirely focused on their DCS F4U Corsair project. Let's have a look. Well, we've got these new screenshots looking very, very fancy as both rockets and bombs whiz past the camera. I still can't get over the texturing on the Corsair. It does look absolutely brilliant. Magnitude 3 have really, really knocked this one out of the park, as Americans might say. Very, very nice indeed. Just look at this thing. It almost looks better every time I see it. And it's probably the same textures. It's probably looked like this from the beginning, but it looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Just look at that. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Wow, those are some big rockets. What the hell are those things? What are those for? Sinking ships? And then back to the first picture. Magnitude 3 report that they are into their second round of testing on the F4U Corsair. Flight model parameters are apparently coming together nicely, with a special focus right now on getting the glide ratios in different scenarios tuned to an accurate level. Their art team have been busy too, tuning the work in the cockpit in particular. Textures have been adjusted to better match recent updates to DCS World. That includes making sure that the colours and lighting are physically accurate to real-world values. Damage models are also well into development, with every rib in the aircraft having been created and then destroyed, with a lot of detail showing off the physical aspects of aircraft damage. The flight model is also apparently being tuned here to ensure that it accurately reflects the damaged state. Magnitude 3 have also reported that their old website address, referencing Leatherneck Studios, will expire sometime next year, and while the new address, magnitude3.com, will be their home for the future, the website banner has been updated with the newer logo, and it looks like they've finally dropped the Leatherneck name. We haven't learned anything new in this update on what state their planned USS Essex class carrier is, nor the status of their MiG-21 BIS 2.0 and F8 Crusader projects. Hopefully we'll learn about these later on down the line, and it does seem like the team is focused completely on getting the Corsair done. In the meantime, the Corsair looks superb. Fantastic. Sim Taylor doesn't inspire confidence, does it? Annual update, oh, I get it. Griff Nizzle, my other F4 man, if they release together, I might have terminal priapism. Okay. Pink Floyd, Cola map picks in the DCS F4E main 2.9 section. Alrighty, well with that, I will jump straight to there, because I also missed that one actually when I was doing my prep today. Let's have a little peek. So, 2.9 section, official roadmap, let's see here. Official roadmap, you say? Am I stupid? I don't see it. Okay, maybe I'm in the wrong section around here. Oh, sorry, this is probably very exciting for you all, but I'll see if I can very quickly bring this up correctly. Orbex, Cola map. No, this is not it either. Okay, maybe I am stupid. I can't seem to find this. Crusader I'm interested in, says Byron Farrow. DM'd me a link. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, John Bloor. That might be very helpful. DM'd me a link in the forum, I guess. Ah, yes, you have. Haha. No, that's something else. Okay, right. I'm sorry, everybody. I've got no idea where this is. Actually, John Bloor has, in fact, just sent me a link. Okay, here we go. Let's bring this up. DCS roadmap unofficial. Do we have some new pictures? This is a really good forum. I should actually follow this in future. Orbex Cola map. Here we go. Here are some new screenshots that have just been released. This is looking nice. This is looking really nice. Wow. So, where is this? This looks kind of like Sweden. Having landed at a bunch of Swedish airfields, this does feel very familiar. This is pretty much what they look like. Nice screenshots. Actually, I feel like these ones of the cities we had before. The terrain is looking nice. This is clearly Norway, I think. Looks a lot like Norway. This also looks kind of like Norway. Nice. And then that's all of those done. Okay. Very nice indeed. Very, very nice. So this was just 10 hours ago posted by Antarctis. Pink Floyd, it's the thread where they post new info, no discussion allowed. Yeah. Actually, I wasn't familiar with this particular one. I should be. Eagle Wings, I really like this read while you take a ride manual. Perhaps this would help me ever read the manual this time around. Heat Blur is just amazing with all the new features they're bringing to DCS. I strongly agree here because I think the ability to bring up the correct manual section while you're doing something and then be able to immediately try out the things that you've just learned, the things you've just read about, is just absolutely brilliant. This is going to make aircraft much easier for many people to learn, I would say. So yeah, really, really looking forward to that. I think it's a great addition to the sim. So, next item that we have is, this actually comes from Metal to Mesh, and it's some updates on the Super Tucano modelling, which has been progressing. We have these screenshots. This comes courtesy of John Bloor. Thank you very much to you for pointing these out to me. But yeah, we have a series of these screenshots for the Super Tucano showing off the front and back cockpits. Not textured at this stage, but some really detailed modelling going on here. Looking very nice indeed. We've got those three multifunction displays up. And a lot of detail here in the cockpit, along with quite a lot of articulation with how the canopy works, it looks like. Looking extremely cool. So no idea when this is coming. I think at this stage it's really just being modelled. I don't think any actual module development is going on at this point. In the meantime, of course, we do have the community Super Tucano, if you want to fly a Tucano in the meantime. I've got a video on that. I think it's very, very good. It's, yeah, quite a lot of fun to fly. But this is the latest update that we have here from Metal to Mesh. Nice. Lots of detail going on here. So, is anyone excited for the Super Tucano? Do people want turboprops and DCS? I like it. I think it's really, very cool. And of course, it's very theatre appropriate for South Atlantic map. And Kilo 55, something that actually worries me is that there are not plenty of Cold War era servers for the F4. Well, when you have... oh, what's it called? What's the big one? Oh my god, my mind has gone blank. What's the big Cold War server? I've completely forgotten. If I look at my viewing history, I've even watched some of his videos just recently. The guy that runs it, Enigma. Yeah, there we go. Enigma's Cold War server. So yeah, when you've got Enigma, you don't need anything else. You know, it's the best, and it's where everyone goes to play. Yes, thank you, Redcoat. Thank you, chat. Just as I was remembering the name, you helped me out. Thank you very much indeed. So it's been a very, very busy week. Although, you know, the big news, of course, being the F4 Phantom, but really good to see some updates on the Corsair and the Super Tucano as well. And also very excited to hear that the Kiowa Warrior might be coming this year. That's just a day one purchase for me. I'm really looking forward to that. John Bloor, there's no dedicated coin aircraft yet. It seems to feel a niche though. Yeah, well, the community Super Tucano mod is already very, very capable of that. It has a forward-looking infrared, so it's perfect for being like an airborne, you know, a forward air controller. It's really, really cool. Yes, yeah, I'm excited for some props. They're really, really cool. Fox 1 only server. Nice. Yes. So that's all the news that we have for this week. So that leaves me to pimp the VAF, as I often do. I actually just pressed the wrong button. The VAF, or the Virtual Air Force, is a virtual online squadron originally started by myself and dotChuckles. We have an opt-in milsim style approach, and we accept people kind of flying basically just about any type of aircraft. We just recently rejigged the way that we're doing squadrons, and we now have one big squadron for kind of various fixed-wing aircraft and another one for various rotary-wing aircraft, and then we have dedicated squadrons for the Harrier, for the F-15, for the F-16, and the F-18. So come and join our Discord. You'll see the link now in the chat and also in the show notes below if you're watching this after the fact. Everybody's welcome to join us on the Discord, whether you fly with us or not. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff going on there. We have public sessions every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 PM UK time. Come along, come fly with us, and we'll also train you up. We do things like type ratings and qualifications for the various aircraft that we support. And it's a lot of fun. Yes, Redcoat, JTACs are available. And yeah, if you're not a pilot, if you want to be an air traffic controller, a GCI, a mission maker, a livery maker, anything really, we're always looking for more people for all kinds of roles. Look how cool it looks. All of us flying around in our VAF liveries. I'm the squadron leader for the Harrier squadron. Harriers are, of course, the coolest by far. Nobody else lands on boats the way we do. Lots of fun. So, that's basically everything that we have for this week. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I've been DeepHack. I make a new tutorial video every Saturday at 6:30 PM UK time. I'm currently running a series on the Viggen. We just had the video all about the radar. Next week we're diving into the navigational systems of the Viggen, and I'll show you how all of that works. Right after that, it's always followed by the DCS News, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you haven't done so already. We just surpassed 9,100 subscribers, so thank you so much. That's kind of crazy to me that it's gone so well. If you'd like to support me even further, you have the option of joining Deepak's ground crew, which Sandbox Code just did. Thank you very much indeed. For a small monthly fee, you can even further support me, and I really appreciate those of you who've already done so. Thank you very much indeed. And a big shout out to those of you who are in Deepak's ground crew. Those are Harish Rajan, Byron Farrow, Storm Kimbari, Channel Wright, Mangash, J.R. Walker, Chandler Hedgevald, Griff Nizzle, Mr. Yeti, Bread, Tier Zero, Tiger Moto, Sean IM81, Charts, John Bloor, Frantic Stone, Mr. Craptacular, Alex, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Nero, Sandbox Code, and Pink Floyd. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you very, very much for your support. Anklo55, will there be an F4 squad? Almost certainly. We have a bunch of people who are interested in that. Excellent. Yeah, let's get you to 10k subs. Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Fly safe, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta!